Dear students, good morning, namaste. This is part 2 coaching classes for PU2. That is about the chapter straight lines. Already one video is sent for you. In that video, I started the chapter straight lines and synopsis. We are in the discussion of synopsis. In the synopsis, fourth Arabic number forms of straight lines. 2-point form. Already we discussed y is equal to mx plus c. This is slope intercept form, and y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1. It is point slope form. Now it is intercept form. X by a plus y by b is equal to 1. It is intercept form where there are intercepts. Here slope intercept, here slope point. Now we are discussing about the 2-point form. 2-point form means it is passing through 2 points. The diagram is like this. Any straight line that is passing through 2 given points, A and B. This is x1, y1 and it is x2, y2. They are fixed points. Suppose it is 5, comma 6, it is minus 1, comma minus 2 assume. Okay, now see it. This is the formation. It is the equation to the line required and passing through 2 points. X minus x1 by x1 minus x2. Y minus y1 by y1 minus y2. Example. I am taking that example. It is x minus 5 by 5 minus of minus 1. Y minus 6 by 6 minus of minus 2. It is x minus 5 by 5 plus 1 is 6. Y minus 6 by 6 plus 2 is 8. 2 3s 2 4. This is 4x minus 20 is equal to 3y minus 18. So 4x minus 3y, it is minus 2 is equal to 0. So this is a equation to a line passing through 2 points. So 4 forms are normal. Next, we will go to the next fifth one. Next fifth one. Fifth one is normal form. Normal form. You see, the normal form is, first I draw the diagram. It is horizon, x-axis, y-axis. A line is like this. From horizon to the required line, a normal means perpendicular, say OD, whose length is p units, and it makes an angle alpha. Okay, na? You see, it is equation to a straight line whose length of normal from origin to it is p units, and alpha is angle made by normal. Normal means perpendicular with positive x-axis. This is important. Positive x-axis. With the positive x-axis, alpha is, that is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to p. That is the formula. The perpendicular length is p units and alpha is the angle made by that line. Then the equation of normal is, equation of straight line is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha. Suppose one example, alpha is equal to 120 degrees, we assume, and P is equal to some 5 units. Then equation is, the line, equation to line is x cos 120 plus y sin 120 is equal to 5. Okay, now P is equal to 5. This is x of minus 1 by 2 plus y, it is root 3 by 2 is equal to 5. So minus 2x plus root 3y is equal to 10. LCM is 2, 5 to 10. Or 2x minus root 3y is equal to 20. Plus 20 is equal to 0. I am changing the sign of the equation. Minus plus plus minus. Here it is minus 10, minus 20, minus 10. Minus 10 will become as a plus 20. Okay, this is the equation. Here cos 120 means cos of 180 minus 60. That is second quadrant minus half. Here also 180 minus 6 second quadrant for sine is plus. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Okay, now these are the actually 5 forms. General form is there. I will tell you. It is a general form. Sixth one. General form. General form of straight line is, you see, it is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. It is a linear form. It is a linear equation. Okay, na? Or we may call it as a first degree equation in x and y. Also like that we may call it. In algebra it is ax power 1, b, y power 1. So ax plus by plus c is a general form, a linear form, a first degree form. But it represents a straight line. Why? Because the previous 5 forms can be reduced into this form. It's a general one. Okay, na? Okay. Again, 7th one. Equation 2. You see it, observe. It is the 7th one. It is 1.4. Okay, now 1.4. It is named as 1.4. Equation 2. A line whose intercepted portion be bisected by a point P, x1 comma y1 is x by x1 plus y by y1 is equal to 2. It's a good concept. This is not in our theory, but we have to learn it. But a problem is related to this theory in our textbook, in the theory part, in the concept. A problem is there. But it is also an equation, one formation of straight line. You observe me. Suppose horizon, x-axis, y-axis, it cuts AB, it cuts the lines, the required line cuts x-axis, y-axis at A and B. So this portion is called intercepted portion of the line because it is intercepted by the coordinate axis. This portion is bisected by P, x1 comma y1. Okay, then? At the time, its equation is this one. A T part is there, not needed. Okay, na? So its equation is x by x intercept, y by y intercept is equal to 2. Suppose this is a comma b. x1, y1 a constant, not variable. x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2, a comma b, h comma k, 5 comma 6. Like that is there. The equation will be changed as x by x intercept is a, y by y intercept is b is equal to 2. You don't confuse with the coordinates. X by a plus y by b is equal to 1. It is the intercept form. Intercept form. That is a different one. Here you see that it is a, it is b. But here AB is a different one. They are the coordinates of the point P. When it is the coordinates of the point midpoint of AB, that is the meaning. It bisects means midpoint of AB. It bisects means midpoint of AB. That AB is the portion of line, it is intercepted by the coordinate axis. That portion AB is bisected means midpoint. If the coordinates are x1, y1, it is x by x1, y by y1 is equal to 2. If it is a comma b, x by a, y by. Suppose it is alpha comma beta, you assume. It is x by alpha plus y by beta is equal to 2. Suppose it is 5 comma 6. X by 5 plus y by 6 is equal to 2. So, these are the equation of any line whose intercepted portion be bisected by a given point by the coordinate axis. Here we have to understand whose intercepted portion of the line is bisected by the point on the axis, by the axis. That is the meaning. Okay? Intercepted portion, or otherwise I will write here, intercepted portion by axis. Okay, na? Is there by axis be bisected. That is the midpoint of it. So it is also a very good concept. Examples and diagram is there. Statement is also there. Okay, na? Please note it. So there are 7 forms. First one is y is mx plus c. Second one is that is called as intercept form. Y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1 is point slope form. Next intercept form simply. That is x by a plus y by b is equal to. The diagram is like that. Next 2-point form is there. Next normal form and the general form. Next the last one is a 1-point form. It is 1 point. It is a 1-point form. Because we are given only 1 point. Okay, like this. Pass. Next, Arabic number 5. It is reduction. Reduction of any reduction of any form into general form. You see, in this one, the important is only those things we will discuss. You see, first one, Ax I will just do it. With reduction of general form, I will write here, general form into slope intercept. One by one I will discuss. it is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Is the general form. The general form can be reduced into the slope-intercept form. You see, this is by is equal to minus ax minus c, y is equal to minus a by b x plus minus c by b. So it is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c, capital C or k. Here k is a y-intercept, m is a slope. Hence, you see, slope of line is m is equal to, it is minus a by b. What is minus a? Minus a means it is minus coefficient. Okay, na? Coefficient of x by b means coefficient of, it is coefficient of y. Okay, na? Like that I have to take. It is minus a by b. Whereas y-intercept of any line is, I am writing here actually y is mx plus c is there. Already c is used. That is why I am taking this k. It is y-intercept is simply minus c by b. That is minus constant, c is constant, by b is coefficient of y variable in the equation. For example, I will tell it. For example, suppose 5x minus 6y minus 7 is equal to 0 is there. It is a general form. It is a straight line. Ax plus by plus c. Here a is equal to 5, b is equal to minus 6, c is equal to minus 7. Then what is slope? That implies slope. Slope m is equal to minus a by b, minus a by b. That is minus a is 5 units by b is minus 6. So it is 5 by 6. The slope of any straight line. It is minus coefficient of x, minus coefficient of x by coefficient of y. Suppose y minus 2x plus 7 is there. It is a line. So one more example. So what is the slope? Slope m is equal to minus a by b. What is a? Not 1. A is here. It is minus of minus 2 by b is coefficient of I is 1. So it is 2 only. So the slope is, for this one is 2. Like this we have to calculate. Okay, na? Right. Now, it is the reduction of a general form of straight line into it is intercept form. Intercept form. Simply, intercept form. Here, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 now. Here, it can be written as ax plus by is equal to minus c. Ax plus by by minus c is equal to minus c by minus c is equal to 1. So it is x by minus c by a, x by minus c by a plus y by minus c by b, okay, is equal to 1. So what is x-intercept? X-intercept is equal to minus c by a, whereas y-intercept minus c by b. These are the formulas. x-intercept already we know the y-intercept. Again we are getting that formula. Okay then? Example. See, one example. So, it is 2x minus 3y plus 7 is there. It is a general form, into general form. We want x-intercept. X-intercept. X-intercept is minus c by a. What is minus c? Minus 7. By a is 2. Okay, like that. Y-intercept. Minus c by b. Minus 7 by b is minus 3. So 7 by 3. Here minus 7 by 2. Here it is 7 by 3 only. So like that we can find the intercepts. Okay, now I'll go to reduction of general form into normal form. This is only a normal form. Okay. Normal form. It is a fantastic concept. Learn it well. You see, general form is, it is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 now. I am using the capital letters. What that mean? So it is ax plus by is equal to minus c. I have to divide with ax by root of a square plus b square. By by root of a square plus b square. Minus c by root of a square plus b square. Okay now? Like this. It put it in the modulus. Because it is in the form of, you see, clearly I will get it. X of a by root plus y of b by root. Is correct? Is modulus of minus c by root of a square plus b square. Why are putting in the modulus means it is in the form of x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to p, where p is length of perpendicular from horizon to the line. It is very important concept. I will tell very clearly. You see, the length of normal is equal to p. That is modulus of minus c by root of a square plus b square. Okay, na? That is the length of normal. Okay, na? Cos alpha, cos sin alpha. Through that one we can find the angle also. We are asked also the angle made by the normal. Okay, na? Through that one we can understand. By using the formula, in the problems I will tell clearly. Observe it first. So this is the length of normal. Okay. For example, okay, is it clear? So see, one example. It is an important concept. Try to understand it. It's x plus root 3y minus 1 is equal to 0. So it is 2. Okay, it is a given line. It is a given line. I have to find the that length of normal and alpha also. I have to find alpha also. Now you see, first we reduce it. Okay, na? 2 is sending to that side, constant. So it is already positive. Dividing with the root of a square plus b square, it is root of 1 square plus root 3 square is root 4 is 2. So it is 1 by 2 x This is y of 1 by 2, root 3 by 2, it's 2 by root 3. Here formula is p, of course, it is a minus c, the minus of minus 2 by root of 1 square plus root 3 square. Yes, okay, it is 2 by 2. Okay, na? It's 2 by 2, I'm sorry. So we get 1. So is equal to 1. Yes, okay. By using the formula, okay. Or otherwise, here is 1. The length of normal is also 1. Yes, okay. But here it is, we have to see the 1 by 2 is equal to cos alpha, na? Okay, na? Cos alpha is equal to 1 by 2, that is greater than 0. Sin alpha is equal to x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to 1. So sin alpha is also root 3 by 2. Is also, so alpha, sin and cos both are positives, means sin belongs to Q1. Therefore, here what is alpha? Cos alpha 1 by 2 means 60 degrees. Okay, na? Or otherwise pi by 3. Like that we have to find. I will give here some examples. Because it is a separate confusion. The first one. Now we'll go to second example. Say, here it is x plus the same root y, root 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. Here minus 2, na? Here it is plus 2 only. That implies x plus root 3y is equal to minus 2. Here we have to mention. If you divide with the same root of a square plus b square is same, then root of 1 square plus root 3 square 3, we will get 2 only. Minus 2 by 2. Here by 2 is there. But here one thing is there. I have to change this one into, say, here the constant must be positive. Okay, na? It must be positive. So that is why I am multiplying with the minus on both sides, so that it make it as a positive. Now it is minus x minus root 3y by, it is 2. 2 means it is root of 1 square plus root 3 square is equal to 2 by root of 1 plus 3. You see, it is x of minus 1 by 2, na? Minus 1 by 2. This is 1 by 2, na? Or otherwise I will write it clearly. By 2. It is 2 by 2 is equal to 1. The length of normal will not be changed. But it is x of minus 1 by 2, y of minus root 3 by 2 is equal to 1. Okay, na? So here what is cos alpha? Cos alpha is 1 by 2, na? Cos alpha is 1 by 2, it is negative. And sin alpha is minus root 3 by 2 is also negative. Both are negatives. When both are negatives, alpha belongs to Q3. Also what T caps. In the third quadrant, tan and cot only positives. Here sin and cos are negatives. So here it is alpha belongs to Q3, third quadrant. Then how can you find alpha value? Here cos alpha is equal to minus 1 by 2, na? I will write here minus 1 by 2. That is minus cos 60 degrees, na? Minus, you learn it well. In the chapter also, I taught you very clearly. Minus 1 by 2 is 60 degrees. Minus cos 60. That can be written as, you see, cos of 180 minus 60, na? Cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. That minus cos 60 can be written as like this. Okay, na? This is nothing but cos 120. So here alpha is 120. 120 means it is 2 pi by 3. Okay, na? And what is P? P is 1. Is already we solved it. Okay, na? Like that. And 1, 2 is there. I will tell one more thing. Here you see, I want to put it on a board only. I erase that one. Look at it, it's clear, huh? Okay. You see, next third one. It is x minus root 3 y. It is minus 2 assume. As usual, x minus root 3y is equal to 2 now. So I am changing the signs. Here plus x plus y minus constant. Plus x plus y plus constant. Here it is plus x minus y. Minus 1 goes to that side, it is plus 2. Dividing same. It is root of 1 square plus root 3 square is nothing but 2 only. So x minus root 3y by 2 is equal to 2 by 2. This 2 is everywhere, is same. Root of a square plus b square, we have to divide with you. It is x of 1 by 2 na plus y of minus root 3 by 2 na is equal to 1. Of course, p is equal to 1, yes, okay. What is cos alpha? 1 by 2. What is sin alpha? This is minus root 3 by 2. Here alpha belongs to Q form. You see, cos is positive, sin is negative. Cos is positive, na? It is negative. Na? Cos is positive, fourth quadrant. Sin is there in the fourth quadrant, negative. So alpha is in the fourth quadrant. So how can you find cos alpha is equal to? I will write sin. Sin alpha is equal to minus root 3 by 2 na. That is minus sin 60 degrees. Minus as usual. Root 3 by 2 means 60 degrees. Minus can be minus sin theta means sin of minus theta. Okay? My negative angle is nothing but in the fourth quadrant. Or otherwise we may write it as sin 330 also. I mean 300. 300. 300 means 360 minus 60. Okay, na? These are all trigonometry there. Easily we can understand. So here is alpha is equal to, you better to write 300, that is 5 pi by 3 or minus 5 by 3. Okay, na? Like that. Because the angle is in the fifth quadrant, I mean fourth quadrant. In this one, alpha is, both are negative, sir. Alpha is 120 degrees. 120, na? I forgot to write that one. That is, I will tell again. Here in the calculation, I think I got some mistake. Observe it. Here cos alpha is equal to minus 1 by 2, na? It is a negative. Sin alpha is also minus root 3 by 2 is also negative. Okay, na? Here alpha belongs to Q3. Both are negative. But cos alpha is equal to minus 1 by 2 is minus cos 60. Here wrongly given, it is also cos of 180 plus 60. There I wrote 180 minus 60. Please note it then. Note it. It is cos of 180 plus 60. I forgot this one. Alpha is equal to, is in the third quadrant. Third quadrant angle. Of course, if it is asked in the second quadrant, at that time we have to write 180 minus 60. So it is cos how much? 180 plus 60 means it is 240. So alpha is equal to 240. 240 means how many? It is 4 pi by 2. Okay, na? So alpha value is 4 pi with which belongs to the third quadrant for the second problem. In all cases, length of normal is the same. I am giving not one problem, several problems are there. We discuss now the reduction of general form into normal form with examples 1, 2, 3. That 2 is corrected again. Okay, then please note it. Okay, now? Next, one more thing is there. I want to discuss. This one is over. Okay, now you see. One more thing. It is minus x plus root 3 y minus 2 is equal to 0. It is minus x plus root 3 y is equal to 2 now. Note it well. Here also root of a square plus b square is nothing but root of, it is minus 1 square plus root 3 square is 2 only. So x of minus 1 by 2. Okay, now don't worry. It is y of root 3 by 2. We are dividing with the 2 only. Here it is 2 by 2. Okay, now? So there nothing but 1. Here it is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to 1. Cos alpha is equal to minus 1 by 2. Sin alpha is equal to root 3 by 2. It is negative, it is positive. Cos is negative, sin is positive means alpha belongs to Q2. Now Q2 is there. In the second example, don't confuse, that is the third quadrant, this one. Okay, both are negatives, third quadrant. We have to calculate. Here I will tell it. Cos alpha is equal to minus 1 by 2 na. It is minus cos 60. Yes, okay. I am giving the variation. Difference is there. Please try to understand. Cos alpha is minus 1 by 2. Minus cos 60. That means this minus cos 60 can be written as cos of 180 minus 60 here. 180 minus theta, second quadrant also minus. Okay, now this minus half, that is minus cos 60 can be written as cos of 180 minus 60. Cos alpha is minus half. Minus half means cos 60. That can be written as cos of 180 minus 60. Or otherwise, I will write here. It is cos of 180 minus 60. Okay, now cos alpha minus half. Minus half means 60 degrees. So total minus cos theta. Minus cos theta can be written as cos of 180 minus theta. So that is nothing but it is cos 120 degrees. Okay, now in the second example, this one. This is the fourth example. This is the second example. Don't confuse now. In the second example, alpha must be Q3, quadrant 3. So like this, the same minus cos 60 can be written as 180 minus 60. That is cos 120. It is in the second quadrant. Whereas the same minus of minus cos 60 can be written as cos 240. 180 plus 60. Because it is the fourth quadrant. Okay, now? Here also P is equal to 1. The length of normal is same everywhere. But according to the coefficients, that A and B, so it is based on the quadrants. That is the values of cos and sin. Both are positives, first quadrant. Both are negatives, it is the third quadrant. Cos is positive, here both are negative, so it is the third quadrant. Cos is negative, sin is positive means the second quadrant. Suppose cos positive, sin is negative means it is a fourth quadrant. Everything I discussed. Okay, na? Like this. Okay, na? Please pass.